Good afternoon, John here. Well, I got a call. It's I think 2 minutes to 1. I got a call from Keith saying he's running late, so I figured I'd sit here and enjoy just the sound of the river, the birds, and do a little river talk. Yeah, um, yeah. The water is. I mean, you can almost see. Well, you can just barely see that it's flowing that way. If you look out this way, you can. It's moving pretty slow. You can see the leaves, and then I'm moving about that speed. But yeah, if you're if you're in a tube, I think tomorrow's supposed to be 90. Although they are spraying us here. They're doing the airplane clouds here. I don't know how much more of them they're going to do today, but they're trying to make it chalky sky, I think. But the water clarity is not as good as it's been. It's kind of got a like a algae top to it. Late in the afternoon, it gets like bubbles from the algae. I think because it's warmer and moving so slow. But the water's still pretty warm. It's what is today? October 2nd. Yeah, I was thinking today it's October already, and days like today remind me of when I was younger. We used to, good buddy of mine, he was my best man at my wedding. This would have been back in the, I think, early 80s. There was not much going on. So we would take. I think I was through my apprenticeship, but there was not much building going on. It was right at the end of Carter, right at the beginning of Reagan, and we were doing all kinds of stuff. We were doing roofs and decks. Did a lot of decks. But I remember we would read a proverb to start our day. It was days just like today, fall but nice, warm, temperatures, and it just reminded me of that. We would, because there's 31 books in Proverbs, so you could read a proverb a day for most months, and it's a good thing to do. I should start doing that again. When you're a young man, that's a good book. And I was a young man. I was in my early 20s. It's just a good thing to do. A lot of wisdom in the book of Proverbs. But yeah, I'm glad I don't have to work like that now. I mean, the way my body hurts. The kayaking. Once I'm in the kayak, I'm usually good. It hurts, but the motion of the paddling, I think is, the guy, my therapist guy that works on my it's the thoracic outlet and the whatever it is, and the muscles and the nerves. I think the nerves are getting, like he said, they actually get squeezed, and they also get like twisted. It's in the fascia there. But it seems like once I get in the kayak, getting in it is usually Keith and I always kid how many moans it takes to get in the kayak. How many? It's like the sucker commercial. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Well, how many moans does it take to get in and out of the kayak? It varies from day to day, but I think anyhow, back to what the therapist guy said. He says motion is lotion, so you actually have to keep moving. I mean, if you don't move, you're going to die a lot sooner, because you know, the pain, you can't let the pain stop you. But man, I'm so glad I don't have to work like I used to work. Probably the reason, probably that's probably a lot of the reason why I ache the way I do is the way I used to work. Because that left side is the side that, you know, I'm right-handed, and I guess that's, I think they say right-handed people usually have their left knee go first. But oh, it's nice out here. It's just it's just nice just to sit here and float and listen to the birds and listen to myself talk here, I guess. But oh well, I'll cut this. I've been talking for a little over 5 minutes, so anyhow, you get the idea of what the river is like here. Here, let me turn around. Looks like some geese down there floating down river. You can see the colors, I'm afraid, might not be too good this year. I think it's been too dry, and not enough, yeah, just too dry, I think. They're falling, but there's not much, there's really not much colors. The sycamores are falling, I noticed, and the walnuts are starting to fall. I call them the Midwestern coconuts. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the colors will be up there at the bridge there on that left side there. That's usually the real pretty spot. There's oaks and hickories, maples, walnuts in there, but and sycamore. But oh well, you all have a good one, and if you're coming out this weekend, this is what to expect. Pretty low river. Doesn't look like we're gonna have any rain until I think Tuesday. There's a chance. I think a 90% chance. I don't know how much, but and then I think it's supposed to cool off in the 60s next week, and I think Tuesday is the only day of chance of rain. So I expect the river's going to be like this for a while, and but it's beautiful out here. If you do get out this weekend, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. It's going to be warm. Just expect if you're floating in a tube, just expect a slow trip. Do a shorter trip. So yeah, you can see here I'm out. I'm barely moving. I don't know if you can see the side over there, but I'm floating here and I'm barely moving here. Alrighty, you all have a good one. God bless. Take care.